ladies, and welcome to my 5 favorite geeky items video. I've even busted out the tripod for this one so that I have both hands free and I can show you all of the things. I'm going to go in order from oldest to newest or thereabouts, just so that you can see some of the progression in my geekdom. The oldest thing that I have is actually, it's a combination of old and new. I have my very first laptop here. It's a 2001 IBM ThinkPad, and as you can see, it's been through a lot with me. It's been through my first NaNoWriMo and some subsequent NaNoWriMos. I think the last time I used it was in 2008, and then I turned it off and hadn't touched it since until I found it recently. Huge and heavy and sort of brick-like. I plugged it in and it still worked. But really I was just gonna give it away for parts until I found this. This is the King's Quest collection, and it only plays on Windows XP and older, and this bad boy is still running on Windows 2000, so you know, it became a gaming device. King's Quest. So on to item number 2. When I was in high school, I became part of my first fandom. I had been obsessed with Lord of the Rings since I was about 11 or 12, but I didn't know anybody else that was into it the way I was, so I don't really count that. The first online fandom I discovered was the Redwall online community. Tons of great people talking about the Redwall books, which I was introduced to in 10th grade. It got to me at just the right place when I was 16, and I found this outlet online with all these amazing people, some of which I'm still friends with today. And it's also, sort of by extension, how I met my husband. When we got engaged, we actually sent a wedding invitation to Brian Jakes, and he sent us back one of the coolest wedding gifts. He sent us back one of his author copies of Redwall, and he wrote us a beautiful poem on the inside that was just for us, wishing us a happy wedding and signing it Brian Jakes, recorder of Redwall Abbey in Mossflower Country, with the date. So, best wedding gift ever, one of my favorite geeky items, and I love it. On to item number 3. One of the problems I had in choosing just 5 items is that a lot of things I have come in collections. For instance, I have a ton of really fun, geeky jewelry. Go, go, Gryffindor! So I tried to pick one item out of that collection to show you and failed. And then as I was digging through things, I realized that there was another collection in this house. This is part of Narsil. So I've got the entire thing mounted on a collectible plaque, all the shards beside it, but this is the removable part. I am a Lord of the Rings fanatic. On to item number 4. My sister and I took an unexpected road trip to Florida, and we wound up going to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. If you're a geek and you're in Florida, why wouldn't you? One of my favorite things that we did is we got to go to Ollivander's, and I was chosen by this wand. It's beautiful. It's not the same as my wand on Pottermore. I am a little bit sad that I haven't found anywhere yet that sells the Pottermore wands. But, you know, in the meantime, this is pretty darn good. And finally, we come to item number 5. This is my most recently acquired favorite geeky thing. I think that to properly show you, we may have to back it up a little bit. As it turns out, corsets are really hard to put on by yourself, so you don't actually get to see my newest one, but I'm going to instead show you my oldest, not a corset, but a bodice. This is one of my favorite pieces, plus it was my very first one, and it's got this beautiful tapestry pattern, it's got animals on it, but what's fabulous about this is just change it up a little bit, and you're ready for anything. You can head to Hogsmeade to hang out with other witches and wizards. Don't forget your broom and wand. Or with the flip of my hood, I could be ready to go on an epic quest to get rid of some extra jewelry. Plus, my water comes in pints. Or I might go full fairy on you. You never know. These have been my 5 favorite geeky items, give or take a little bit. I never could stick with just 5. See you guys later. Bye. King's Quest. So I've got a video of me talking about it more and playing it on my personal channel. Link in the description. Ow, this is for the outtakes. My earring is not going in. Ah.